Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here we
Here we
go.
go.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome back, guys. We're so rusty right now. Hey.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all. Today we have on
Maddy O'Neal.
So you're our first female musician, right? Yes, that we're having on? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. The last one was Jeremy.
Well, cute.
Yeah.
How'd it do?
Sorry, everybody. We're just getting back into the swing of things.
Introduce yourself, Maddy.
Yeah, tell us.
My name is Maddy O'Neal. I'm a producer DJ.
Hot.
Yeah.
I'm a producer DJ.
Oh, in her radio voice. Wait, so
soon to be radio host.
producer. So
What's the difference between a DJ and a producer?
Whew. Okay. A lot.
she's like, it's obvious too.
well, like I say producer DJ because a lot of people introduce me as a DJ all the time. But
Yeah.
I think it's very important to note that I make all of my own music.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I DJ it live. Because there's a big difference in people that are just DJs.
Yeah.
And then people that make all their own music.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
some people DJ and some people don't, you know? You
Yeah.
can be a producer in a lot of different ways. But
Is it offensive when someone just assumes that you're a DJ?
I used to get all like puffy about it, but then I just realized that like a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Because I would refer to like early in the days, like, I'd be like, yeah, Pretty Lights is my favorite DJ. And then
people would be
someone
like,
finally
yeah.
commented and they were like, he's not a fucking DJ. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Okay, damn. I don't know. He's a producer.
Yeah,
And
we
I was like,
couldn't. We didn't know the producer term that was yet to be in our dictionary.
Yeah.
And so we were like, artist. Yeah, we just didn't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't a producer, I probably wouldn't know the difference either.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just like something that I feel like educating people on to know the difference or
Yeah.
the combination of things is just,
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
stopped being offended by it.
Okay, good. Because, like, there's people out there like us that were like, oh, shit. Like,
How
we
long
Yeah.
have you been a producer or been producing your own stuff?
10 years.
didn't- Wow.
Have you always, from the get-go, started off producing or?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I actually started producing before I learned anything about DJing, which
Damn.
I think a lot of people do the opposite.
Yeah.
They start DJing and then they're like, oh, I wish I could have my own stuff to play. you
Yeah.
know?
Wow.
And I don't necessarily know why I did it that way, but my brother was a musician growing up. And
Okay.
like, so was my dad.
Oh,
And, like, I
wow.
kind of grew up in a very musical family.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
But like as like the little sister, I saw that was like my brother's thing. You know what I mean? So I always like envied him and like really, really wanted to do it. But I was like, you know, as like a little kid, you're just like, ah.
What did they
That's my
play?
Own thing, yeah.
He plays everything.
Wow.
Okay.
He like taught himself like even like the accordion.
Oh, but
So,
is he
like-
more like jam band type of music, or is it like electronic? Or
He was in like a bunch of like indie folk rock bands
Okay.
in St. Louis where I grew up. So
surprised you didn't
Yeah.
go in that direction then, if that was your
Yeah.
influence almost growing up.
well, so it wasn't until I moved to Colorado that I got into making music.
Okay.
So like I moved here in 2008 to go to see Boulder.
Okay.
And then like 2008 was kind of like the peak of like it was Grizz and Big Gigantic
Yeah.
and Pretty Lights all
Yeah.
like popping off. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Like right
style.
then. And so that was like my first like real intro to like electronic music.
Yeah.
Like outside of like, you know, I was listening to like Jamie XX and Animal Collective and like, you know, like
Yeah.
I had influences, but like in the sense of like, you know, the deeper electronic EDM, I guess you would say, world, which I
Yeah.
hate putting myself in that category, but like that is the larger umbrella. You
Right.
know what I mean?
We call it a blanket.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like,
Yes.
or a quilt, and there's like squares of EDM. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
I like
that's what we're
that. I
trying
like
to.
that.
Yeah. Wait, where are you from?
St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so you moved here in 2008. Why here?
To go to see Boulder.
So to go here, that was the focus.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
It was either California or Colorado, and I didn't
Okay.
get into a lot of the California schools. But I'm
Yep.
really glad that I ended up here.
Yeah, because I
it would
feel
be-
like the type of music that you have, like, I don't know if this is true or not.
Colorado.
Yeah, but the music we like doesn't really do well in LA or like California and stuff.
It's
like,
so weird.
it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
like anytime like Big Gigantic or Grizz or that funkier stuff comes through LA, the shows are fucking empty, and it's
Yep.
so weird to me.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
great for us.
It's really interesting. Like, I actually just had like a meeting with like an agency based in LA looking for a new agent.
Okay.
And she was like so fascinated by the like what's happening in Colorado. She's like, I don't understand. She's like, what's going on there? And I was like,
what's going on
well,
over there?
It's so, I guess it's just like the pop stars that run that territory, because like it's really hard if it's not at the Hollywood Bowl or at the Greek. Maybe it's because I live by the beach. It's really hard for me to find live music, and I'm like,
Is it just house music?
for the most part? Yeah, I think
Well,
there's
there's, like,
pockets of
those-
it, but I think I'm just unaware. But it's like,
Well, like,
every
Grizz
corner
could,
there's
like,
music here.
do really big shows there, or
Right.
like, you know, the people that are already at that level. But
Yeah.
like someone like me could come through LA and like not, you know, it's so
I feel
interesting.
like that
That's
even-
what's weird about touring in general is like you can go somewhere and like expect something and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be
No,
like-
that's what Jeremy was saying. Like whenever they had a show in New York, like it was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fayetteville, Arkansas does so well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like the middle
Or,
part
like,
of America is like
Columbus, Ohio.
suffering. And, like, love this. I just feel like I never see our favorite artists going to LA, really,
yeah.
and I feel like that's probably why. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather see him at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
sure.
like I'd rather see anyone closer to me. So I don't
Yeah.
want to go to LA to see them. But so I guess what would you describe your style as?
It's so hard to describe your own music sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I call it like electro, hip hop, soul.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
there's like all of those elements. But you know, it's like bass music, you know,
Yeah.
at the core.
Yeah.
But like there's my influences, you know, it has soul and funk and like
Yeah.
all these other things that I love kind of mix in.
I
And
love
that comes
that.
from like the sampling aspect of how I learned everything too. It was like I was sampling from funk and soul records in like the 60s and the 70s and bringing all of that
Yeah.
into this other genre.
Yeah, I love that because we saw you play for the first time at summer camp in August,
Yeah.
and we didn't really know. We don't explore music like that much. Once we're like in our ways, we're like kind of there. So we wanted to see you, and then we were just like sitting in the grass, and you started playing, and
We're like, hold up.
yeah, we were like, wait a minute, and, like we stood up, and there was
we gotta
like
get the fuck up.
there was like one part where you threw in this sax, and I was like, what is happening? Like I didn't expect that at all. I thought it would be like really housey or something. So we just weren't sure because we just were going into it so blindly. And then I was like, oh, there's funk.
What's up?
Yeah, and I was like, this is funk music. Like, oh my god, we like stood up because that's what we love. We just love
Yeah.
all of that. And now I'm like, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
It's nice to see a woman doing that. It just,
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a. I don't know a lot of female producers or DJs, and the ones that I do know are house oriented, like very like.
Yeah.
So I just have never been that's what I was just going into it expecting, and whenever you started playing funk, I was like, fuck.
yeah. Piggybacking off of like seeing you play, it was so refreshing to like have like a woman's energy up there.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, your blonde hair was like going everywhere. And I was like, what? Like, it was so nice.
I was like, wow, it's just so different. It's just, yeah. Well, how is it like kind of, because if you got started in 2008, kind of where it was just like building up, how is it being a woman in a kind of like a male dominated industry almost?
It's definitely been interesting. It's like when I first got started, I didn't really have like a ton of like female like mentors, like none that were like direct. You know, I had like people that inspired me, but like other than Alicia, who now is like a professor in Spain teaching electronic music there.
What?
She's a badass.
You can be a professor?
Yes.
Like at a college?
Yes.
Can we go there?
Berkeley in Spain. She's like the new head of the electronic music production department.
Do all schools offer this now? Do I just
don't
not know about this? Because that's cool.
I think it's a very specialized thing, but it's becoming more and more popular.
Fuck yeah.
But
Wow.
she was like the only other female producer that I even like talked to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she lived in Denver, and I met her just through the scene. And when I left my old project to do my solo thing, because I was in a duo project for like 5 years.
Okay.
And then I left that to do Maddy.
Okay.
And I like called her because I was like terrified. And I was like, I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to do
Yeah.
thing. And she was like, fuck yes. I didn't ask if I could swear on here.
No, you can definitely do that. I think I've already done it like 5 times. Like, you're good.
So she kind of like had my back and like was very encouraging because I mean, it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Making that move, not only just like starting over, but coming out like as a solo female artist. So she really like helped kind of encourage me and pump me up about doing that, which was cool.
Yeah. Wait, so what was the duo project?
It was called Crooked Drivers.
Okay.
Is that music still available out there somewhere?
What was it?
It was a project with my ex-boyfriend, and he deleted all of our music online.
Wow.
I'm really kind of
Fucker,
upset
what the
about it.
fuck? Wait, is there a style, or is there a difference in the style between that and Maddy O'Neal?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. It was more like down tempo hip hop, heavily sample based. Like we were
Okay.
like going to record stores and digging for vinyl and like just chopping stuff up with like a drum beat.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? So it was
Yeah.
very like hip
I
hop
didn't even know you could do that.
based.
Yeah, could you do that like as far as copyright goes? I just don't know anything.
Let us know.
I don't really even know. Like, to be honest, like the things that I thought were outside of like copyright things. Like I look at friends of mine or people that I know that have like very recognizable samples and they have millions
Yeah.
of plays on Spotify, and they've never been contacted.
Okay.
So it depends on like who you sample. If someone,
Yeah.
even if like the artist is passed away, if like their parents are paying attention or like the
Right.
found or not,
It's
their
just
parents,
whoever's
but-
paying attention, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
Wow. So it's
So
like not
some-
caught in a system?
Maybe now.
Depends. Like if you're sampling a lot of older music, some of it is just not algorithmically like.
Damn.
there.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
like off like maybe like a record or something.
Yeah.
Like a vinyl. Wow.
So like there's some artists that you just know like don't touch because like they're gonna be after you.
Oh yeah, like if you okay, it would be way easier to catch it for sure.
Yeah.
Have your parents always been supportive of you doing this full time?
No. they pretended to be, I think.
Cute. Like how? Oh, so they were just like tried to be supportive, but like low key were like fuck.
They're like,
Yeah.
that's
Well-
cool. They're like eyes twitching.
Like,
Like they're like that meme where it's like it's fine and it's like the kitchen's like burning down.
well, like it partially had something to do with I was in that duo project for 5 years and both of my parents like really hated my ex.
Oh god.
they were
okay,
like-
yeah.
You know, like just like hanging on by a thread, like what is happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing. But my mom is like a huge feminist, and like when I left that project and she saw that I was like paving the way in like a male dominated industry, she
Yeah.
was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get it now. Keep doing your thing.
Cute. Yeah, was it hard to do that with a boyfriend?
Yeah, it was.
Like, would you guys have like power issues?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it became like a business relationship
Yeah.
Yeah.
primarily.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like kind of an abusive relationship already.
Yeah.
So it was like not a good situation.
Did y'all both start out as producers and like on your own, or did you form it together?
We learned everything together. So,
oh, wow.
So we started like the whole journey together, which was what kind of like was hard to walk away from.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, because you've had such a foundation with that.
Yeah, and that was like all I knew was like
a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like really scary to leave that and do my own thing, but it was also the most liberating thing I've ever done.
Oh, I
was
love
just
it.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do this like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was kind of all like a right time.
Kind of situation.
Yeah.
It's like that stuff. It's just like it sucks, but you have to do it.
But
You have to go
also
through
like
it.
you had like someone to like learn with and like
Right.
push.
Definitely necessary.
Yeah.
We, like motivated each other.
Kind of like this podcast.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah.
No, but we're not gonna break up.
Winky swear.
Okay, anyway. Jesus. Wait, what was I gonna ask you? No. Okay, wait. Back to like being in a male-dominated industry starting out, and honestly, kind of still, I feel like, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't see a lot of female DJs, producers at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever had issues with that? Like, I mean, being a woman, like, have you ever, what's the word I'm looking
Been
for?
uncomfortable in any situation.
Well, just like been treated differently.
Yeah.
Even.
Yes. I am very, very grateful that like, especially when I left that project to do my solo thing, I had like a bunch of like brothers and relationships that I had built up over that time. And they all kind of like came out of the woodworks and like had my back. Like they were like trying to like protect me.
Oh, good.
Which was really, really cute.
Yeah. I love that.
You have such a good reputation, especially with men around here. Like when we bring you up to our male friends that are musicians, they're like, Maddie's the best.
Yeah.
Like, she's always
that's good to
hanging.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
it's always like good stuff. But
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it was always like that starting out. Because everybody's just kind of like,
I mean, I was very careful I kind of like stayed out of the dating world in
Yeah.
the music scene because I wanted to be able to like prove myself as an artist.
Damn.
ooh, I love
And
this.
I never wanted anyone to have a reason to say that I was successful because of this or that.
Fuck yeah.
So like I
Damn.
just had like a rule. I would like go on tour and be like, I'm not,
Wow.
I'm untouchable.
That takes a lot of like self-discipline.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
any of that. Wow. I love that. Damn.
And
Cool.
I mean, how old were you when all, like this became a rule?
I was like, what? Like 30 years old now.
I was. Let's see. I'm 31 now. I started Maddy O'Neal in like the end of 2015. So
25.
so bad at
I'm
that.
like,
Yeah.
I was like 20.
Beep, boop.
Yeah,
like
I was
25-ish. Okay.
Wow.
Around there. Yeah, no. Oh my God. Well, I guess like growing up, what has music done for your mental health?
Oh, like in what way?
Have
Good
you
or
always
bad?
like gravitated towards music?
Yeah.
Has it been
Yes.
bad and good? And if so, I just wanted to hear about both sides of it.
I mean, growing up, music was always like around and like a part of. It just felt like home to me.
Yeah.
And it's very like a meditative experience when I'm making music or
Yeah.
like when I'm on stage. Like those are the moments that like I just in that moment.
Don't think
alone.
about
Yes,
anything
don't think
else.
about anything else.
I can, yeah.
Damn.
So like that's kind of like been my relationship with it and like being able to express myself. Like when I left my old project in an abusive relationship and started my solo thing, like I wrote about all that. I just like poured it into my music.
Yeah.
So like I had that was kind of like
therapeutic.
my way of like healing.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, because I know that you, I think, whenever I was like, started following you, I think this was you. I'm not sure. Did you have to like bounce off of Instagram for a while and like take breaks and stuff because of like or was that anything related?
from my
Yeah, like social media. I don't know if it was you that you were like, hey, I had to take a break or something. Maybe it wasn't you at all, but like, I didn't know if you ever
Maybe.
like mental health
I
and like
should do
social
that more
media
often.
has like with music and everything, like, have you ever had like any negative things happen with it?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like, this is a career that like, I feel like I never clock out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no like off button.
Yeah.
And especially just with social media, it's like, it's crazy. Like you feel like people are just like watching your life at all times, or you feel like you have to like keep up with certain things
Right.
and
Yeah.
comparing yourself to everybody. The pandemic was kind of like a really intense example of that, because everyone was like, that's all you had was social media.
Yeah, at that
Yeah.
point.
You know,
Yeah.
so everyone was like, "Oh, these people are working way harder than me. Like, I should have like 3 albums by now." You know?
Yeah.
You're just like watching everyone like pump out content or do this or that or not. Some people just dropped off. So like, that was kind of like a huge lesson to me, and like, go at your own pace, because you're always gonna be unsatisfied if you're comparing yourself to what every other artist is doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're never going to satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
online,
Yeah.
which is in any industry or just as an individual.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's kind of fucked up.
No,
I like hate social media, and I love it in terms of being able to reach so many people, but I think it's like a very toxic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had we've discussed this a lot. Like, I like that. Like, my dad kind of, we would hash it out, because he'll be like, your generation just thinks that you're so special and stuff, and I'm like, but we are, because we have technology, and we have the ability to share faster and grow from individuals faster and learn, and like everything's just like faster now, and so we're just progressing faster, so we are special. But at the same time, there's such a negative side of it that just comes with it, and
It's a toxic relationship.
yeah,
It really is.
but it's like,
You're like,
it's
"But
hard
we
to
are
leave
special."
it. What was I gonna ask? Okay, so I guess like, what was there like a turning point from the breakup with the duo to like where you are now, that was like where you got your momentum going?
Yeah.
Kind of back to like what I was saying about like I had all these people in my corner when I left that, because everyone like told me post that project that they were like, they could see it the whole time that I was gonna leave and it wasn't gonna work out.
Great.
That's all most things.
Yeah. It's like, fuck.
So everyone was like really pumped to see what I did on my own, and like Phil, who's now my manager, Pretty Lights' manager, and everyone kind of like, well, there was moments of like, Michael Menert would call me and be like, hey, he's like, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna put you on these shows. I'm not gonna let you sit around and like feel sorry for yourself or like debate whether you're making the right decision or whatever. And everyone just kind of like put their hands out, and they were like, when you're ready, we got your back. And some people would throw me opportunities way before I was ready. You know, like Phil was like, hey, I'm making this Red Rocks poster for Pretty Lights. I want you to open. What are you going to call yourself? And I was like,
Wow.
Maddy O'Neal.
Wow.
What? So
People
you
really
opened-
did have your back.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in 2016. I mean, it wasn't the first show that I played, but I was like playing under Maddy O'Neal, and I like wasn't really sure if I was going to call myself that in the long run. And then that was like the first big show that I was like, okay, I need to like make a decision right now.
Wait, was that
So-
the first one I went to?
It was in 2016.
Was that Red Rocks?
I went
Yeah.
to the 2017 show.
Then I went to the that was the time I tripped acid for the first time.
Nice.
And that was the day my whole life changed. Oh my God. And I didn't even know what acid was. I just wanted to stay awake, and I just came from Arkansas. My friend was like, just take this, it'll keep you up. I was like, oh, what is it?
Like,
He was like, don't worry about it, it'll just keep you awake. And he's like, it's just literally like caffeine almost. And I was like, okay. And it didn't work.
This is where I look at Stephanie. I'm like, you took something and you didn't know
I
what it
trusted
was.
the person that gave it to me. Honestly, it's great.
Well, you had no expectations.
I had none.
You know.
And then it didn't work because I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, hey, that didn't work. And I didn't realize it took an hour. And he's like, oh, just have this other one. And so
Oh, God. Oh my god.
So wow, full circle. Oh my god.
Well, I probably played at like 6 o'clock, so you might not have seen me.
Still though.
Or maybe you were just coming up in the
Yeah, I
parking
just
lot.
was like, what is going on? I don't remember. I will never forget that day.
As an artist, is there, I guess this is kind of like two questions. Has there been a time that's been stagnant where you get frustrated and kind of like going off the like social media thing where you're like, fuck, everybody's like doing everything. Like what, like, why am I not like going faster, whatever? And have you ever like felt like just questioned everything and second guessed yourself?
Yeah,
All the time.
I was about to say, like, it's gotta be all the time.
I don't think that ever stops. I think it's like part of the process of growing. You kind of like have these, you know, you're like climbing and then you get to a plateau and then you like have this moment when you're like, I need to get better, do better. How do I like keep propelling myself, or like I need to learn more. I need to do this or that.
Yeah.
Like right before the pandemic, I was like really, really burnt out on touring. I was like playing like 90 shows a year.
Fuck.
Wow.
And like I didn't have any time to make new music. Like at the end of the year, I was like, I feel like I'm just like going through the motions. You know, I'm sick of all my music, but I don't feel like I can take a break because I feel like people are just gonna like forget about me.
Yeah. Wow.
So at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, oh my God, like I have time to work on music. Holy shit. Like this isn't so bad. And then, you know, I think everyone feels that way as an artist. Like I could have been way more productive, but we all kind of, it was hard to find inspiration.
Yeah, during
last
that
year.
time.
Creativity is
Like
such
everyone
like a
was
flow.
like, yeah, everyone was like terrified. Nobody knew what was going on, and everyone was like, you know, it was chaos.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Like it, yeah, because I was going to ask, like, how with the pandemic, like, were you able to create as much music as you thought you might be able to? Or was it just so
No.
stressful?
No, definitely not.
At least you got to relax, though, I guess.
Yeah, I
Relax.
needed, yeah, relax.
During such a
TV's
stressful
on.
time. Jeez.
The first like 4 or 5 months, I was like trying to make music, and it just like wasn't happening. It like felt like I was like forcing it. And then I had to create a remix for Emancipator, and I had like a deadline, so it like forced me to like go back into you know,
that mode.
I had like something. That was the other thing. There was no like
Pressure.
accountability
Yeah.
or pressure, or you know, it wasn't like I'm gonna make this song and play it at the next show.
Right.
You know, there was no deadlines. You're just
Yeah.
like floating in space. So I was like, okay. But I think having that deadline kind of like got me back in the flow a little bit. But I went in and out of creative blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started reaching out to a lot of other artists and just kind of like talking to them about what was going on with them. And a lot of those conversations turned into collaborations.
Oh,
Okay,
cute.
good.
Like Closey and
Wow.
and Antenne, Charlie Tuna. I reached out to other people because I was craving this like creative connection that I
Yeah.
was used to having at all times. So I just started reaching out to people, and I was like, hey, you know, I had all these songs that I started, but I didn't finish, and I wanted some accountability. So if someone else was working on it with me,
Oh, good.
You know?
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
was like, be my accountability. Let's finish this song.
Yeah.
Do you start making a song, and is it typically hard for you to finish? Like just
Yeah.
because you like want to make a new one and
Yes.
okay.
It is so hard, especially if you start something and walk away from it and try to come back to it.
Yeah.
Like, even weeks later.
What's the walk away
Like-
point?
You either get bored with it, you get stuck with it, or like you have a new idea and you like are
Yeah.
anxious to start something else.
Oh, fuck.
My best friend Cameron, he like makes a new beat almost every day, and
Dude.
like he has like hundreds of unfinished songs.
Yeah. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is it just like
And
the
I'm such a hoarder too. Some people like delete stuff after a certain time. Like I have like millions of just
I wouldn't
like,
delete them.
like
I'm like, maybe I'll finish that like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
okay, because I feel like dating is really important with music. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like creating music that's not based off of some type of connection with someone, I don't know, wouldn't that just be necessary?
I don't know. Look, you and I are like super emotional.
Some people don't need that.
We're like really driven by love.
Well, I think
Yeah. But aren't
just
we all?
relationships in general.
Yeah.
You know, there's different types of
Friendships.
love.
Yeah, but
So-
any type. So I just think, I don't know, like when you tour now, do you prioritize having time for outside connections?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm dating someone of 2 years now who's
Oh.
also a musician.
Oh.
So
who is
I
it?
broke that rule.
Oh, okay. See?
He plays in the motet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So,
I love them.
yeah. So,
Nice.
so it's been really cool finally meeting someone that like inherently understands my life and the touring lifestyle and what I need, like time to create and you know all the things that come with doing what we do. Like we just inherently understand it and I don't have to try to explain it or have someone be jealous that I'm
Right.
Yeah.
going
God.
on a bus with 7 dudes for the next 3 months.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there
Oh
was
my
all
God.
there was that kind of stuff
freedom.
that made it hard for me to be in a relationship too, is because people just couldn't handle
Get it.
The lifestyle.
that. Yeah. And it was like
Dating a musician, no matter what kind of musician, is
Challenging.
so hard.
yeah, it is.
I've never experienced that. You are well versed in that area. I've just learned so much from you where I'm like, I don't think I want to go there.
I never want to do that again. I am
Hey,
so
it's not
done.
so bad.
Now I'm at this point where I'm like, oh, no. I just don't even want to even try anymore.
Yeah,
So
like
it's just
my last relationship, he was a very normal person.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm like, I have to date someone that is some type of creator, like
Yeah.
no matter what it is, because I cannot date a square because they
Yeah.
just don't get it. They do not.
Yeah.
That's
get
where I
it.
was at. Like that's why I wanted to date a musician, because I was like, oh, you're creative, like I can, but in a different way, something that I can respect
from.
and learn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Now I'm just like, now at this point, I just want to date someone that's impressing me. So it's like
in whatever way that may be.
whatever. Yeah. So that was my
I-
goal after that. Ugh.
I always thought I was like, I had such a hard time like figuring out like what type of person was gonna like mesh with my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I tried dating the like non-creative, you know, maybe they'll balance me out.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that didn't work. I need someone that like is creative and fueling that. And because doing what I do is like, it's not like just a job. It's like nonstop.
It's your life.
It's a lifestyle.
That's who you are.
So like
yeah.
I need someone that also lived that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it was fun for a while because we were both on tour and we were going to be in the honeymoon phase like forever. it was like we were both on the road and we'd have to like plan
to see.
Oh,
to
Yeah.
yeah.
see each other. We'd see each other for like 2 days and then not for another couple of weeks. And then like we'd plan all these fun things. And then the pandemic happened and we hung out for like a whole year.
Wow.
That's kind of nice though.
Yeah, no, it was nice. We got to like figure out that we actually were compatible and
Yeah.
it wasn't just like fun.
Right.
And so well, you would never do the whole duo thing again, though, right? Or would you always have that boundary? Or are you
The
already doing
Housewives.
that? No, I'm talking about with a partner, like a guy that she's
I think
with.
I'm like scarred.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like I could definitely see that.
yeah,
So,
it was like not fun.
well, is there like a type of music that you don't like, or do you like it all?
I'm not a huge fan of country.
I knew you were gonna say that. I can't even imagine that. But that's interesting because you're from St. Louis, isn't
Yeah,
that?
I mean, so I guess you could, there's like folk. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
consider that country.
I like
Oh,
folk.
okay.
You know.
Wait, what would that be?
Lord Huron, like who
Yeah,
else?
like
What, like the
Bonnie
Avett
Bear.
Brothers?
Bonnie Bear's more indie.
yeah.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise. I'll play you some.
I don't know any of this. I'm like Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
You probably heard one.
Which
of their
I did
songs.
not expect to sound like what they actually sound like.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like.
It sounds
You
like it would be
like-
some like galactic.
No.
Okay.
They're folky.
Is there an instrument that you like to work with the most?
Keys.
Okay.
Because like I said, you can like literally put any sound on a keyboard and just like
Oh.
make it your own.
But what's like one
thing.
that you Oh, okay. Wait. So keys the sound. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
like a
of
keyboard.
Okay.
So like I could put, you know, I have so many. There's like the most fun part about electronic music is like there's just all of it's like a black hole of like sounds.
Yeah.
like sound design. Like when I'm looking for like a synth or like a certain tone or whatever, like an arpeggiator sound or whatever, it's so fun. I could do that for hours at a time before I even start a song.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It's just like it's like a playground of like tones and synth sounds.
It's endless.
And like,
Yeah, my friend Isaac had this thing on his phone, and he just made a song in front of me, and he was just like clicking, doing this, and then he did it in like 5 minutes, and he was like, "Here's a beat," and I was just like, "That would seriously take me a year to do whatever you just did." I don't understand it at all.
it's a lot. Like the first 2 years that I was making music was like me learning how to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't even like fun
Boulder?
yet. I just had to like, no, I taught myself everything.
Oh,
Like,
so you
like
didn't
from
even,
like YouTube.
oh, you didn't even go to
Fuck.
school for it?
No.
What did you go to school for?
Marketing and PR.
Oh, that's kind of useful. So
that's all it was.
yeah, it's not
But-
like I went for teaching.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask you, like, was there anyone that kind of showed you the ropes? But from what I'm like hearing, you literally did everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, then what was your first show like compared to now?
Oh my God.
Where were you? I don't know.
My first show ever was called it was like a raw artist showcase, and I played at like the Native Hotel
Oh, okay.
downtown.
Yeah.
And I still lived in Boulder, and that was like when I was like, okay, I need to move to Denver.
Little Matty.
Little Matty. The show was terrible.
It was bad? How? Why?
But I just like
You played in the downstairs of Native?
no, it was like in the main. It was called something else at the time.
Oh, okay.
But
'Cause
it
they
was
have
just
that
in the
whole-
main, like you walk in, there's a bar.
Oh,
and,
you're
like,
playing right there?
Yes, just right there. It wasn't really a show. It
Oh,
was, like,
okay.
you know,
But
it was
you were
just like in the background.
like you were
Cash.
playing and producing like what you do now?
Yeah, it was similar to what I do now, but my music was just
Different.
I had only been making music for like a year.
Yeah, wow.
And so like
Wow.
the beats that I was making were literally just if I had them still,
wish
it
we
would
had
be
footage.
so funny.
That is so like crazy, but like so cool that you started performing while you were it was such in the early stages of your career. Like even though you weren't quote, you didn't feel ready.
Yeah.
Like that was probably really useful for your like growth.
That's kind of like how I've lived my entire career, was like saying yes to things that I didn't actually know how to do. Like setting the bar for myself and then meeting myself there.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like even just this 2 years ago, I went to Costa Rica and taught a women in music retreat.
Oh, wow.
It was like 50 women in the middle of the jungle. Like this woman
When?
contacted me right the beginning of 2020, actually.
Damn. Oh. So much happened right before that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like literally so much happened right before all of that. But when this woman contacted me, she was like, what's your teaching experience like? You know, do you want to come to Costa Rica and teach a 12-hour curriculum on music production? And honestly, I was like terrified. I was like, I have zero teaching experience.
Yeah.
But I just said yes. And I was like, I'll figure it out, you know? And then I literally wrote out a 12-hour production curriculum, like, which I'll have forever. You know, I
Wow,
can use
yeah.
that and teach other things.
Wow.
But like, that's just kind of how I've gotten better, is just saying yes to things. And like, okay, I'll get there.
That's been us all year. We're just saying yes to
Yeah.
everything and like immersing ourselves in things and
Yeah. Putting yourself in uncomfortable
yeah,
scenarios.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm just like, nothing new is gonna happen for us if we're just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we have to say yes to everything.
Like I'm more of a homebody. You're definitely not. But when I go out, that's how I just meet people, and I don't know. There's just
Like
I
expands
love it.
your-
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much to just like trying new things, even though it's scary. I feel like
But it's
getting
never,
better.
it's never, it's usually not as bad as you think it's gonna be.
Right.
So that's why I just do it. I'm always like, oh, glad I did that, even if it wasn't as like this or this. I'm glad I at least did that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like working out.
You're always yeah, totally. Going to an after party is kind of like working out.
Oh my God. We just had this conversation. We went to Grizz this weekend and Stephanie was wanting to go to the after party every time. And I'm never like, I just,
we
my
already
energy.
ran the miles.
Exactly. I'm like, this is just crazy. I'll go.
Yeah, damn. Thank God. Like, because I already told everyone, I was like, Lacey's just gonna want to go home. So I tried to like plan that.
I literally was in the car and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna try and have a good time.
Do you like Irish goodbye people, or do you?
No, she'll be like, I'm going home.
Okay.
Oh, it's just like I get so tired and I'm not fun anyways. Like, so why be there?
I had a really hard time with that for a long time. I would be like the last person at the party. Like,
Really?
No, not like last, but like Borum and Adam would call me like the slow burner. Because like everyone else would just be like trash. And I was like in the corner like with the whiskey bottle in my hand still just like chilling. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I burn quick. I dance on the line of epilepsy.
Yeah, you do burn quick. Yeah,
I'm definitely
I
a
can
slow
keep
burner.
going. I just kind of like feed off of what everybody else wants to do. I don't know.
Wow.
But sometimes I really do want to go home. Anyway.
Back to the story.
So like as far as like creating music, has Psychedelics ever been a part of like creating and being inspired by things? Like, have you go ahead and just answer that one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a reset in a way.
Yeah.
Like you get like so, just for anybody doing whatever. I've gotten more comfortable with it the last couple of years. Like it's, some people eat psychedelics and go party. It's like a much more personal
Experience.
thing to me
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like, this last year I was like microdosing and going on like bike rides and listening to music and like
good.
doing that kind of thing, which was really refreshing because I was like looking for ways to like spark that.
Yeah.
Digging,
Every day
digging
it's
really deep for inspiration. And
Yeah.
that helped a lot. So
every time I do it, it's like a reset. It's not for partying. It's
Yeah.
never, if I'm like,
Right.
oh, if I can find a free Sunday to just
like
focus
just-
my day on that and just like having a
It
day
is
to
a reset.
myself. Yeah. And well, have you ever performed on psychedelics or high? I guess maybe could you not even answer that?
I've had like a microdose of mushroom goo
Oh, okay.
during a
Yeah.
I
performance.
love mushroom goo.
But it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I was
otherwise.
gonna ask because
I don't want to.
I think people assume that musicians just go up there and fucked up and they're just like doing whatever, but actually, no, right?
It's kind of, a lot can go wrong.
Yeah,
so
and you're
you
working.
have to be in control.
Yeah, you're working, so I can
know-
imagine.
I know some people that, a lot of bands that are more like psychedelic warrior types,
Yeah,
warriors, literally. But like people can like have much more like control over the situations. Some bands will all microdose together.
We'll just do it. Yeah.
But like it's a practice for sure. I'm not one of those people that wants to be in that state.
I can't.
think it
Yeah,
would-
I can't
like
do
everyone's
anything.
looking at you too.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone looking at me when I'm.
It's
I
like
would
that.
just be over analyzing everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or not, but like the energy on stage is like very intense.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I
almost
mean?
like a
Or
drug
even-
itself, right?
Even,
Yeah.
even from the crowd, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like an energy feedback loop when you're in that situation, and I don't.
That's so true.
I would like.
That'd be
feel-
overwhelming
yeah,
for
I would
me.
feel a little bit overwhelmed.
I heard a rumor. I was talking, it was like a discussion about Justin Bieber, but
Oh, it was like about Maddy?
I was like, oh, do tell.
no, but they were saying that like artists and performers, like that rush of endorphins you get from performing can actually like kind of fuck up your serotonin. Just because like that is such a high, it's really hard to like experience a high like that elsewhere.
I definitely agree with that.
Wow. Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but like,
Well, I think that just like the whole lifestyle it's like high highs, and then like a couple years ago I was like get off tour and like feel really depressed and like down. So it was like these really, really high highs and then these low lows. And then I was just constantly just chasing those experiences. And even when I would go home, I would like want to go out and go to a show every night or like do this. And I had to like really, really find the balance and like find ways to like recharge myself that wasn't just seeking that extreme high over and over again.
Wow.
So like finding the balance in the lifestyle that I live and that people on that tour a lot live is really hard. But like you have to finesse it to your own needs. You know what I mean? Like doing yoga and staying connected, doing outdoorsy things and things that aren't just going to shows and having a little bit of normalcy sprinkled in.
Yeah. Because we want to ask, how do you protect your energy?
I'm working on it.
I mean, that has to be, and that has to be so hard because you have so many things coming at you at different angles. Yeah. So social media, creative blocks,
music, relationship,
dating,
touring, normalcy.
How do you stay, like, I just don't understand.
I think that during the time that I was just talking about a couple years ago when I was like feeling this like depression coming off the road is I had no idea how to protect my energy and I was just giving too much away. And I would like crave, interactions with people. I just wanted to be around people at all times because that was when I felt the most,
charged.
Like, yeah. But then I realized that I felt like that because I was giving too much away at all times. And when I would come home, I wouldn't even know how to recharge. So now I like just take a step back from like everything and try to like have my own little routines. Like yoga is huge for me and like
Do you tour less?
My tour right now is really chill. It's like Thursday through Saturdays and then I get to come home Monday through Wednesday.
Great.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Usually it's not like that. Like the longest tour I ever did was almost 3 months on a bus with Cherub.
Oh God. Shit.
And that your guys' reaction is hilarious.
I was just like, oh my God.
All of my friends were texting me and them and they were like, don't kill Maddy. Don't kill Maddy.
I mean, whenever I picture them, there's a lot of memories, but the one is that I remember them being on stage and yelling, Cherub, or something like that in some warehouse. And I was just like, who is this? And that was my first memory of them.
They are like true rock stars. Like on and off stage, there is no difference in personality.
Wow.
That's just like how they are.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's great. They're the most amazing people ever. Like that was the most fun I've ever had in my life. But also the most exhausting time period ever. Like I was like broken. I was like, holy shit.
Did you
a lot of those stories probably aren't
podcastable?
Yeah.
Did you like lose any friends when you were coming up and like being more successful?
Yes. I don't think like I wouldn't say that we're like not friends, but like, I lost like the connection with people.
Yeah, just because of your schedule.
Yeah, I just
life.
like I didn't have enough, and that's something that I'm working on more and more these days than I have in the past is like keeping those relationships and like, a lot of people would keep in touch with me and call me and like, make the effort, and I wasn't necessarily giving a lot back because I didn't have a lot of energy to give back at the moments. But that's something that I'm really learning to work on too, because I don't like that it's one or the other. I have to find a way to make all of this work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's, I guess, finding people that understand the lifestyle and don't.
Yes. And I had to explain it to a couple of people that like got butthurt that I wasn't at events in their life or something. And I was like, this is what I do. This is my job.
Was it like a younger age kind of situation? Like friend? Because I feel like more people now would just understand.
People do understand now, but it was kind of like in the beginning. I mean, I lost a lot of friends when I was in the relationship in my old music project.
Oh,
especially because
Yeah.
you know, I was like 20 when I first started making music, and I like stopped going out and started just like nerding out, like wanting to learn everything that I could.
Yeah.
So there was that aspect of like I would never go out, and then, you know, you're in a relationship, and you know, there's so many other aspects of
Yeah. With like creators of any kind of sort, like artists, like business people, just creators who are so passionate about what they do and they have a strong work ethic. Oh my fucking God. Work ethic. It's never personal. And like it's easy to take it personal, but I have to like remind myself with some of my friends, and I hope I never come across that way. It's like, it's never personal. Like I'm just building my own like fucking castle over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And if you're, you know, it'll show who your true friends are that are,
Right.
you know, like, I see you, keep building, leveling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just patience, everybody.
Yeah.
Understanding.
Yeah. I think that the older you get, it's
easier.
inherent.
Yeah, because people are doing their own shit by that point, and they just understand it. And usually people have less time anyway. So I whenever I first started photography, I was I got bullied by like anonymous. Does anyone remember Honesty Box on Facebook? Like where you would like you would submit. You don't.
Honesty Box?
Yeah, like it was this. You know when they had like the apps on like Facebook, they had like the games and stuff, but you could like have Honesty Box, and someone could send you an anonymous message.
Oh
And
my God,
this one person, and then it glitched one day and showed everybody, which was incredible. But
so you couldn't see who was saying
no,
something.
Until the glitch?
Until the glitch. Yeah.
They did that shit on purpose. My house was on Animal Farm probably during this
that's
time.
what it's called.
Huh?
Animal Farm. Yes.
Honesty Box?
No, I just have been wondering what that was called the other day. I was like, what was that game on Facebook where you're like farming? I was like, oh, Animal Farm. Okay. Damn.
Stealing
What a
people's
time
grass.
to be alive.
People's grass. Oh my God. Anyway. What's like one thing that people don't know about you?
Ooh.
Or
That's a
multiple.
toughie.
Or multiple things.
Is this Honesty Box?
Yeah. She'll be like, I used to be that person that sent the messages.
It was me. Wait, you didn't even finish that story.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, okay. They called me like, I was being bullied, and they were like, I just started photography, and she was like, you think that you can be this boho photographer, you polo wearing bitch. And I was like, polo?
My God.
I have not worn a polo. I want to say it ever, but I think that maybe one slid on in whenever I was like a kid. But
I love that that's the part that you were like most offended about.
What a line. You polo wearing bitch.
I was like, polo? And nothing else bothered me. I was so offended by the polo part.
Who was it?
I'm not going to say her name.
Okay,
on
but was
here.
it your friend?
It was no, I just no. But like
Okay.
it was
would've been
another
fucked up.
photographer in the area.
Beach.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, she's apologized since then, but it's just like you're
A
still the person
hater.
that sent that message.
Yeah.
So it's
Call
like
those people haters.
I know. Well, back then I was like I think it was like 19, 20. Some
That's
some
fucked
like that.
up.
But yeah, anyway.
That's jealousy.
I know. But I don't really deal with
know.
that anymore now. Thank
That's
God.
good.
I just wouldn't even pay attention to it. I just look at people that say things like that just so differently. Just we've been in therapy, so like I have been for a past year. So now it's just interesting to look at things from a wider angle. And it's like, oh,
Like
I'm not
out.
focusing on what you said. I'm focusing on what you're going through and why you said it. You know, it's just like I don't really take a lot of things as personal anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's just like, damn, like I can't imagine saying that to somebody because I feel like I'm in a good spot in my life where I'm happy and I don't really need to be hateful. So it's just like, damn, that's where I look at it now.
People like that, it's just a projection of like what's going on in their own life. And it's like, ugh.
It's
And
it's
kinda
usually
nasty.
like immature.
That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah. So I don't really, you know,
Yeah.
didn't know if you had any honesty box moments, basically.
Oh.
Just like bullying or anything.
Luckily, I haven't had a ton of haters. Right when I started the solo thing, it was like kind of an interesting time for women in the music industry. I mean, it still is, but like especially 5 years ago.
Yeah.
there would be comments on like things like I had like an article in the Westward about my new album, and like someone commented and they wrote LOL feminism. And I was like, just because I'm a female musician means that it's feminism?
Wow.
I was like, I'm confused.
Okay.
You know, like there was just like shit like that, or like people troll. I see it happening to female producer DJs even bigger than me, just like that present themselves in a more sexualized way.
Yeah.
People just like troll them and be like, what do you actually do? Like, is your controller even on? Or like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Like, there's always that. But
yeah.
How do you handle, like, how does that affect you when you see it or when you have to deal with it? Are you just like, fuck it at this point? Like, it doesn't bother you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I've like engaged with like one or two people, and then I've had like people tap me and be like, you're wasting your energy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I realized that I was. And there's always going to be people like that.
It's just it's those like swamp people.
It's
That's what I call
bizarre
them.
that people have so much time to like,
I mean,
it's crazy that people have so much time to like be hateful.
Yeah.
Like over someone they don't know. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
why
like,
do you,
I
like
can't-
how we just like can't relate.
I can't relate. So it's like, fuck, why do I swamp person? Like, it's just like, fuck, like,
I
go
like
back.
that term.
Like, that's what I think about. It's like swamp. Like when I saw it like through the Black Lives Matter and the pandemic, just like these dumb people, I was just like, oh my God, like swamp people. Like you can't talk to something that comes out of a swamp. So I just like, don't even try.
Yeah, you can't like fight with irrational people.
Yeah.
There's you're just expending useless energy on it.
Yeah.
Those people aren't going to change.
I know, it's just so sad. But yeah, anyway, back to my question before all this.
I was wasting time. So
Yeah, what's something that most
like,
people
I
don't know
hope
about you? Interesting fact. It could be something so ridiculous.
An Uber fact.
I
or
hate this
not.
question
It's
too,
so
so I'm sad
hard.
that we're asking it.
Right. I wouldn't know how to answer this. I don't even have.
I think
you
I
got to keep some mystery too.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's my excuse for not having an answer.
I could say one. I'll say I hate previews for movies.
What?
Oh.
I want to go into something and not know anything and have any expectation because I will overthink the whole movie and
like
try to
the
figure it
trailer
out.
to
Yeah,
a
the
movie or
trailer.
watch it.
I don't
Okay.
like watching. I just
That's
want
true.
to watch it.
They literally show the whole movie
That's
now.
what I'm saying. I hate that.
So I
Yeah.
like previews, but they could do a better job of keeping the mystery.
Yeah.
I just would
And
rather
short.
not know shit.
Yeah.
and just
I
figure it out
have
as we
enjoyed
go.
my times going in blindly though.
Yeah.
Yeah, previews are just
That's
fun.
a good one.
Yeah, so there you go.
I don't.
Come
I
back
still
to
don't
this
know
at the
mine.
very
Yeah,
end.
okay.
I'm
Or
gonna keep
we
it in
could
the
just
back of
skip
my
it. We could just
brain.
skip it. Okay, what? Okay, wait. Okay.
Do you have animals? Could that be a good one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out.
That's something that people probably know.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I don't know
Do you have
that.
animals?
I have a German Shepherd.
Oh,
Actually,
cute.
he's a Belgian Shepherd.
See?
Okay. Cute.
He's a big baby.
I have a big Bernese Mountain Dog. So
Yeah,
I,
I
can
saw
relate.
pictures of him. He looks awesome.
He's cute. I'm a big dog person. I can't.
Me too.
I just feel like if you have a small dog, maybe you just get a cat. I don't know.
Okay.
The yappy ones.
I have small dog energy, so
Oh, I'm talking about like the handheld ones.
fuck no. I need them to be like, if I pick them up, I'm like, God,
Yeah,
heavy.
like you're heavy, but I can still
Small
grab
dog
you.
energy.
You do not have small dog energy. I don't think we'd be friends. Like you have medium-sized dog energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway. Okay. So we're gonna kind of start wrapping it up, but before we do, I want to ask like, what's next with you? Because this is coming out in January. So like, what would be coming? Like, what do you have planned for the next year?
Well, I'm working on an EP or an album.
Okay.
Depends on how long it ends up being, but I'm working on my next like big project,
Oh,
which
okay.
will hopefully be a little more solid by
Mm-hmm.
January.
As an average Joe, what does EP mean? I've never known.
It means
What either? I was just
I was
not
like-
expecting
it
you to ask that. I was
actually
like,
it actually stands for extended play.
Okay.
So like traditionally it would be like, extra
Oh,
song, but like
okay.
it's kind of evolved in our day to be like a shorter album.
Okay,
And
cool.
there's technically like a time limit if it's under a certain amount of time. I think it's like, I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe
see,
it's 20 minutes or
people
something.
people will be like, someone's EP or like that. It'll say EP on Spotify. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well,
I
what's
don't quote me on this, but I think it's like from like, well, I guess I'm honest. Don't quote me.
Yeah, it's like you're saying.
I think it was like, because you can only, when you press music to a record, there's only a certain amount of space on the record because it's like a physical thing.
Yeah.
So an EP would be like the songs that didn't fit on the record.
Oh, like a
I
bonus
think
track.
that's where it came from.
But then why wouldn't you just do multiple albums and to just fit everything in like pretty categorized or like pretty?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm like some of these artists have all these EPs. And I'm like, can we not just put on all these albums and then like, I don't know, because it's like this album and then there's like this EP and then there's this one and then there's this other one and I don't know.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
an
like-
EP is just now, it's just a shorter album.
A baby album.
Yeah.
Beep,
Like an
beep.
E
EP could be like
So is there
two or
benefit-
3 songs
Yeah.
even.
So is there benefits even? Is it like creative or financially benefits to doing a smaller thing instead of just putting it all on one?
I think it's kind of, if a project is like cohesive, you know,
it
like
might
you
not
kind of like
work
make
with
decisions.
the album, and then you may have
Yeah, an
created
album
something-
is kind of like front to back supposed to be a cohesive
project.
Yeah.
project. But like, say you went through an era of writing music
Creating.
and these 3 songs were like a full story to you. You'd be
Okay.
like, okay, that's
Okay.
an EP. We're going to keep it rather than trying to like,
Squeeze it. Onto
trying
something
to like
that doesn't
force it
fit.
into something
Yeah.
that is an album that actually doesn't make sense
Okay.
together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm so glad I asked that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I kind of knew the answer.
You're like, don't quote me on this, but well, damn. Okay, we got
Yeah.
anything else?
I think just our 3 questions.
Oh yeah. Before as we wrap this up,
Is
we
this
want to
tradition?
yes, we want to ask you 3 questions that have nothing to do with this interview whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go.
What is your favorite way to eat or cook a potato?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lately, my favorite meal is roasting potatoes with vegetables and throwing them on a salad.
Ooh.
With like hot roasted vegetables on a salad with goat cheese.
Wow. It's like potato dinner.
Yeah, potato dinner.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing every night. I would make
Yeah.
this big ass salad, these little potato balls.
Yes.
Just put it all in there, and oh my god, honestly, that
Bring it
sounds
back.
So good.
Yeah.
Like-
Same.
Like potatoes with fucking salt and pepper, just like plain. Or
Yeah.
I just want to bite into one right now.
Roasted with
can't,
rosemary.
Ugh, I love rosemary.
I can't imagine being allergic to that. I'm so sorry for anyone out there that is. Okay, so my question is, if you could be a gold medal finalist in any Olympic sport, summer or winter, which one would it be?
Ooh. I feel like ice skating is so like elegant.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
And dope.
Yeah, I could totally see
Yeah.
that. Cute.
Ice skating is cool.
Yeah, it's like
It's
scary, though.
It looks terrifying.
yeah. I'm
but
just like you're like
if
with like
this-
a knife in the air, basically.
if this is a hypothetical scenario.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you
I'll
would
at
be
ice skating.
the best at this. So yeah. Okay.
Last one is: would you rather smoke weed on the beach or trip on, I guess whatever your
Psychedelics.
preference is in the desert?
That's tough. Do I have water in the desert?
You have
With
all
you.
the
You will
amenities.
have.
You would survive in
You'll
both
have.
scenarios.
You can have a mansion if you want.
yeah.
I don't know. I love water and something with, yeah. I've never lived on the beach in my life, and I would love to.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have to go with smoke weed on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
I wanna
You could
live an
also
island
You can just
life.
go float out there, and
you could also like trip in the beach.
I did that in Costa Rica. It
I did
was
that in
amazing.
Dominican Republic, and I just everything, every sound, every grain of sand, I was just like, what
It's
the
kind
fuck?
of mind blowing.
Water
Yeah.
feels like silk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like every sound of the wave, you're just like,
And you
fuck, you're
you
so
realize
aware.
how like powerful the ocean is. too.
Yeah,
It's like,
everything.
Holy shit.
Everything is like breathing so intensely, and I'm okay. Anyway, but you know,
You like literally feel like you're in a planet Earth
yeah,
like episode.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with beach.
Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, well, dang.
We did it, y'all.
So good. I learned so much. We usually like kind of go in like a format, and we just all started talking, and we just kind of didn't.
Yeah.
just started asking you a million questions. This was so good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
I literally was like, where did they come from? I'm like, they're friends with like all of my friends. I'm like, you guys do so much too. I'm just like, and you came out of nowhere.
I moved here in January, and I just have been like saying yes to everything and just immersing myself. And we just have had friends connect. And I don't know. It's just, we were just like, hi, we're here, basically. Hi, Denver. Like, hi.
Well, Denver can be such a small world, especially like the music industry.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And Adam used to like joke and say that I was like the mayor of Denver because I like knew everybody. So like when I didn't know you guys and you're friends with all my friends, I was like, what the fuck? Why don't I know
got the
yet?
mayor on?
I didn't give them the mayor welcome greeting.
Oh my God.
No, he was always joking because I was like, you know, I would always think that everyone that I knew each other
Uh-huh.
and like bring people together kind of.
Yeah, well, you're always one person, or no, you're always 5 people away from someone, right?
Yeah, like,
Is that what
or
it is?
maybe it's 6.
Okay. Like,
Anyways.
6 feet.
like we like realize we're like less than 3 away from like Lizzo,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's just like
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, less than 1.
honestly, 1. So it's
One.
fine. I was just saying 3 for like a cushion because I was like maybe. But yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, damn, thank you for coming on, for being our first female musician,
Producer.
DJ,
Yes.
Artist.
and I guess let everyone know where they can find you, your music, social media.
Maddy O'Neal on all social media platforms, and that's MADDYO'Neal.
Even on Instagram, it has the apostrophe.
No. Not
Okay.
on-
I was like, fuck, you got that?
No, there's
That's a
actually an
verified thing?
underscore on Instagram. It's Maddy_O'Neal. I
Okay.
tried to get the one back. It didn't happen.
Yeah, we going to be at one of your shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing. Well, I guess this will come out way later. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Well, wait, where?
November 13th at Cervantes.
Ah.
Oh.
Like next week.
That's a Friday.
It's a Saturday.
Fuck.
Fuck. We're going to be in Palm Springs.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, there'll be more.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not gonna be the last one, so you know. But okay.
Is it time for me to practice this outro?
Yes.
It's season 2, so it's honestly about time I get this down. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end. We really appreciate it. Oh my God, stop laughing at me. Fuck.
It's so cute.
Okay. If you would like, keep up with us on Instagram, our social medias. It's all the things. It's here we go. We would love to hear your feedback. Yeah.
Let us know if you listen to Maddy.
Yeah.
Well, some.
And on that note, we will see you in our next episode.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Stopping for a quick commercial break because you know the drill.
You know.
We're bringing it back with Neft vodka, baby.
Yeah.
It's cold outside, bitch.
Yeah. Damn, y'all. What are you warming up with? Cause we got Neft.
Look. Yeah. We're entering the season of like, you're just constantly straight nipping. But Neft keeps my heart warm.
Oh my God.
Because a boy can't.
Oh my God. Wow. What a commercial. Okay. Yeah, you guys, we like Neft. It's cute. It comes in a barrel. And if you're a little bitch like me when it comes to vodka, this stuff is smooth and you can mix it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I personally like that it's non-GMO. I'm really trying to crack down on like the all natural things in my life. So here we are.
Oh, fuck. There you go. I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, cute. We love a natural bit.
Anyways, we love Neft. We will leave their website linked down below if you would like to check them out. And on that note, let's hop back into the show.
Yeah. Bye.
Fantastic. Does my